It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the Bengals leader at quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bengals and the Patriots, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that a nightmare. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. That's complete. Bernard. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And we've got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Dillon now on 1st and 10. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, again, it's Dillon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They begin with a quick throw out left. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Thomas. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. This is Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Bengals at 4-3, a game over 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Jones off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns Hopkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They run with Thomas. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give him 4 on the carry there in 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Palmer. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jones. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down at 5. Looking to throw. Jones. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they doubled it and get 10 here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing up 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On 1st down, Thomas. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst from 13 yards out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
7 yards there and a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones complete. Jefferson the target. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Jahan Dotson
As the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They're going to look to throw.
Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime. And
well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Thomas. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Patriots have it.
So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
There, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Middle of the field to Jefferson, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Dillon is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they run heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Pats are going to take possession as they've got it. 2-yard line. But really not.
Second and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. But still down quite a bit here. Several.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Pats will take over possession here up at the... Yet another interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Steps away to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dietrich Wise. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a... So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down.